Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Became the First Mage of Konoha? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now moving onwards, yes, I did updated my logo. If you haven't, seen it, you guys, now can basically. I just wanted you guys to show my new logo. It's been a long time since I did that, so yeah, new logo is here and I think it's kind of nice and better. I showed it to my brother first and he kind of liked it. So do let me know what you guys think, and yeah, do leave in your suggestions in the comment section down below. I have been reading your comments and so far you have been leaving quite spicy ideas, which I'm kind of having trouble with, but in due time everything will be sorted out and I will release a movie. So yeah, make sure you don't forget to leave your ideas in the comment section down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels as well. And as for Potato What If, I am thinking of something about that channel, and shortly after a few days it will be live again. So yeah, the link will to that channel will be in the description. And without any further ado, now enough of me yapping, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha ga Kare no Sato. 5 years since the QB attack had happened. 5 years since people of Konoha were traumatized. And for 5 years, QB has been living in the minds of the people rent free. Its fear has consumed them. And because of that, they have grown to resent the very person who is protecting them from the QB. Naruto Uzumaki, the 5-year-old orphan resident Jinchuriki of Konoha, a job that he himself was not told about, he himself did not knew about, as currently Naruto Uzumaki was being chased on the very streets of Konoha by the people who were once consumed by the fear of Kyuubi. Their fear has developed from the stage of fear to itself anger, and that anger into blinding rage, and they wanted to let it out. And now they have shifted their anger and rage towards a target. The target being Naruto, who, for his soul, did not knew what he has done to them. He was a prankster, yes, but that was to get attention because people in the beginning used to ignore him for no reason. He had no friends. He had very little people who he could rely on, basically counting them on 3 fingers, and he wanted some love, which nobody was giving him. But right now, he was in fear because people were chasing after him with blinding rage. This has never happened before. Naruto has usually been allowed to walk through the streets of Konoha with a few of, slurs and whatnot. But now, people were chasing after him as he was returning from the Ichiraku ramen stand like any other night. As Naruto was running as fast as he could, suddenly a kunai was pierced straight through his leg, causing him to slump and fell down face first to the ground, skidding for a bit. It was an Anbu who was on the rooftop as he jumped down and grabbed Naruto by the backside of his hair on the head and slammed him into the alleyway right next to a dumpster, causing his head to bust open. Naruto was now bleeding from two sides, one from his kneecap and then one from his head. Being in pain, Naruto still wanted to break free, so he tried to crawl away, but then his hand was stabbed with a kunai. Naruto let out a scream filled with agony, but then he was kicked with a boot to the face, sending him flying to the back of the wall. As the people surrounded him, they had sinister smirks on their faces. Tonight is the night. We will have our revenge. All those painful nights that we had to endure, seeing you walk amongst us while we have to live with the reminder of what you have taken. You will go and meet your creator, Kyuubi. And with that, Naruto's eyes widened, and in pain he said, "What do you mean by that? I'm not Kyuubi. Please let me go. Please let me." But he was slammed to the wall again. And then one of the men stretched out his arm. "You took away a lot from us, and now we're gonna do the same to you." As a katana was brought to him, as the man with a single strike, cleaved off Naruto's one arm from the elbow to the down hand, as Naruto let out a huge scream in agony. And then a hot kunai was presented to the man. You will be branded with the identity of who you really are. As on the one side of Naruto's face, carved with a hot kunai in his skin, was Kyuubi's child. And with that trauma and pain, Naruto had passed out, and with the blood loss as well. But before anyone could leave, we see Hiruzen Sarutobi alongside the other shinobis arrived. They glared at the people who were there, as well as the Anbu who was in charge. It was Mizuki. And he wasn't even an Anbu. He was a Chunin at best, a new one, who has stolen the gear of an Anbu, impersonating himself as one, and doing what he thought was right. It's the Hokage. What is he gonna do? We're already done with what we came here to do. The council will protect us, remember? Is that so? Give me the blade. What, Hokage-sama? I said give me the damn blade. And so, taking the katana in his own hands, Hiruzen Sarutobi took off his robes, revealing his shinobi gear, and then what followed suit was them meeting the god of shinobi. Not their Hokage, who was a kind old man, who would let this go as well. As more than 30 people died, including Mizuki, that night, and their bodies were put on display right in front of the Hokage office. The council, with fear, arrived inside the office, but a few of the arrogant ones who were in charge lashed out at Hiruzen. What is the meaning of this? You might be the Hokage, Hiruzen, but you should not forget, old man, that we are also part of this council. Execute him, said Hiruzen after hearing this much. And the man's eyes widened as a skull of his was pierced through with 2 kunais from back and front. As he slumped down and just, what is the meaning of this? You can't do this to us. I am. If you so much as insult me anymore, I will kill you. You are a liability. The Shinobi Council has been saying this for years, but I have been putting them off. But now I see it, that you really are nothing more than our liabilities. Your all power is being taken away. And the budgets that have been allocated to you as well. And you all are all fired. Get out of my office now. Same could be said for the elders. As Hiruzen glared at Danzo, begging him to say something. But Danzo knew that Hiruzen was pissed right now to the point that he could really kill him. So, he left, admitting defeat and retreating. As everyone left, the body was cleaned. Hiruzen got up and turned towards the Shinobi Council. I'm also assigning the civilians' duty half to you and half to myself, alongside the elders. And listen to me very carefully. If any one of you tries to double-cross me, or even thinks of that, there will be huge and dire consequences. You hear me? And Uchiha Fugaku, yes, Hokage-sama. I heard that your clan has been going against our will. There has been a lot of tensions, but the people are not making it easier. The blames that the Uchihas were the ones behind the Kyuubi attack is increasing, and we are kind of afraid that it might put a huge rift between the village, and there is also that there has never been a Kage in our favor. Minato was, so have I been. Even if you two were here, there are still a lot of people with the sentiments of the Lord Second. I'm not trying to insult him at all, knowing that he is your sensei, but he has created a huge rift between us and the whole village because of our past. Past is something that should remain in the past. I am in need of a new successor, and you would be that, Fugaku. What? Yes, you are right. There hasn't been an Uchiha Hokage. Let's change that. You will be the new Hokage. And when this was announced, everyone was in shock. Danzo gritted his teeth because all those months' worth of hard work was now down the drain. The tensions that were rising were now gone, as if they never existed. All while this was going on, and the Fugaku was given in a small ceremony the seat, we see Hiruzen leaving. Hokage-sama, you're the Hokage now. Fugaku, not me. I apologize. Hiruzen-sama, where are you going? Won't you... It will be an honor, sir, if you... I know. I would love to, but right now, Naruto is in critical condition. Oh, I see. That boy, he's been through a lot. I haven't been able to go and check up on him on my own, but you don't need to. I'll go and do it myself. Naruto is someone, when he opens up to someone, he only talks to that person and trusts that person. It will take time for you, but he will open up to you one day as well. And so, now we see, as Hiruzen was leaving, standing onto the staircase way from going down from the rooftop was Jiraiya. Jiraiya, you're here. Of course I would be. What happened to my goddamn godson? He was supposed to be well fed, well taken care of, Sensei. It was a failure. I failed to protect him. Yes, you did. Because of that, Naruto is in a bad condition, from what I've heard. You're going to meet him, right? Yes, I am. Know where he is? Which room? Well, how about we go together? I want to go and see him now. He's in the private wing, room number 2. As Jiraiya with a puff of smoke disappeared, and then Hiruzen walked there. It took him 10 minutes as he arrived to find Jiraiya standing next to a doctor with a frown on his face and listening attentively. But you need to make sure that you've checked properly. I mean, there could be a way still to heal him, right? I'm sorry to say, Jiraiya-sama, but there isn't. The trauma that the boy has endured, it's too much. Even some of our shinobis who got captured by the enemy village, they did not endure the trauma that he has. Even if you heal the physical wounds, he has a missing arm now. And also, the mental trauma. We can't take it out of the equation right now. It's too much for him. That is why he is in a sleep-induced comatose state. It will take time for him to heal and to wake up from it. I will go and look for Tsunade. She might have a solution. Even if she is to come, I do not think that she would be able to. Enough, doctor. Thank you for your help, but it seems that you are not qualified enough to heal Naruto. I will go and find someone who is capable enough to do that. And so the doctor with a sigh left as Hiruzen arrived. So you're here, Sensei. Passing down your seat again, I see. Yes, I did. I need to make sure that Naruto is safe. And the duties are split. I'll be watching over the elders' duties while Fugaku and the others are now in charge of the rest. And this way I can make sure Naruto is safe. Even if that is true, it won't be easy. The doctor said that he might not be able to become a shinobi. The trauma that he has endured is too much, and the pain. I know, Jiraiya. But why involve Tsunade? You know that she wouldn't come back. She will. Just trust me. And so Jiraiya left, and with a week or so, after a lot of convincing, Tsunade was brought back, and once she saw Naruto and examined him for more than 8 hours straight, again and again and again, she came outside, taking off the gloves and sighing. I'm sorry, Sensei, Jiraiya, but there is really nothing I could do. The boy's chakra pathways are damaged completely. He can't access his chakra from the chakra core itself. It's a miracle that he is able to survive this long. And I have given him a medication, so soon he will wake up. Thank you, Tsunade. Now if that is all, if you'll excuse me, I'll leave. And Jiraiya, remember your promise. I will. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. And with that, Tsunade Senju left. As Fugaku arrived. What happened here? Oh, Hokage-sama, you're here. Jiraiya-sama, you don't need to call me that. You are our leader now, young man, so of course I have to. After all, rankings and all, remember that. I understand, sir, but still, I insist that you don't call me that. Fine, kid. Well, Tsunade checked him and he can't become a shinobi. The chakra pathways are damaged so badly that he can't even access the chakra pool within. I'm so sorry about that. What are you sorry about, kid? You didn't do anything wrong. Yes, Fugaku. You have been working hard. How about you go and rest for the time being? If you need anything, please do let us know. Uchiha clan and Konoha will be at beck and call. Konoha has done enough already as it is. And as for if we need anything from you, we will contact you. Thank you, Fugaku. With that, Fugaku left, knowing fully well that both of them were rightfully angry so, and royally pissed as well at the people of Konoha. The people of Konoha, on the other hand, now talking about them, have tried their hardest to apologize after realizing what they have done to Hiruzen. But Hiruzen, he never forgave them. Not one bit. And now the people were quite literally sad that their Hokage, the one who has saved them from the third and second Shinobi War, as well as led them from the second Shinobi War afterwards to up until now, was enraged at them. And because of their own mistake. One thing Fugaku wanted more than ever was to release Naruto's information to the people of whose son he was, but he was stopped by Hiruzen because right now Naruto was in a critical condition and the enemies of his parents could try to get him. Back with Fugaku at his home, we see as he arrived after meeting with Naruto and the others. His wife greeted him. I was at work today. It was hectic, but I was able to get through that. But you look exhausted. I am more exhausted after seeing Naruto. How is he? Can we go and see him? It would be best if you don't. He's in a critical condition. The trauma that poor boy has endured is too much. It's even worse than him being the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Even that demon might have some ethics, not people of Konoha. That might be true, father, said Itachi. People of Konoha, they claim to have the will of fire and all that, but when it comes the time to prove it, they lack. They lack so much. Yes, that is why I'm going to change that, making sure that no one ever feels like they are being racially profiled, whether they're Uchiha, Naruto, or anyone else. And so, Gaku and his family rested, while on the other side, Naruto, as Tsunade had suggested, began to woke up. And so he did. He looked around and found his Gigi seated there, in normal clothes instead of the Hokage clothes and hat. Gigi, is that you? Yes, Naruto. It's me, my dear boy. Are you alright? How are you feeling? Where's my arm? Said Naruto as he tried to move his hand upwards, only to find that his elbow was present, but the rest down wasn't. I'm sorry, Naruto, but you lost it. There's nothing the doctors could do to preserve it. Your chakra pathways had too much damage. If we try to repair it, there is a chance that you can die. What? You mean I can't use chakra anymore? Yes, Naruto. Can't use chakra. But how? As Naruto tried to get up, Hiruzen pushed him down. Don't try to get up right now. Your wounds are healing, both internal and external. If you try to move, there is a high chance that you will start bleeding. But what about my dream? I wanted to become a shinobi and Hokage. I'm sorry, Naruto, but it is not possible anymore. You can't become that. I will. I'm not gonna give up. I won't give up. As Hiruzen got up from his chair and began to leave, I want you to rest, Naruto. I know it is hard for you to believe this. Trust me, it is for me as well. But once you are healed, we will think of a solution for you. But right now you need to rest and live with the fact that you have lost one arm and you can't use chakra forever. As Naruto, laying down there, began to shed tears because he, for the first time in his life, felt lost. Like he really genuinely lost. Because he had lost the only will of his, which was his dream to live. To prove everyone wrong and to become successful, win everyone's respect. And now, without any reason, he was without an arm and with enough chakra damage that he couldn't become a shinobi. As Naruto couldn't sleep that night. The next day arrived and Hiruzen didn't visit it because he still hadn't had the strength to face Naruto, the boy who he let get butchered down to this extent. Naruto, on the other hand, was on the healing path and recovery. Even met with the new Hokage, Gaku Uchiha, the fifth Hokage of Konoha, and people were adapting to him, and the Uchihas back were integrated into the society. Everything, as we speak, was going smoothly. And Naruto, he was beginning to think about how he still can achieve his dream because he has vowed to himself that he was gonna become the Hokage. And even if he can't become that, he will become someone who is respected by everyone. And Naruto began to think. While thinking through on his recovery, he realized that there might have been someone who discovered chakra first, while in deep thought. And he must have experimented and learned how to use that chakra. He must have even named that energy that he found chakra as well. And from there, the thought process began of how and who and why he did it. And it all began to make sense that the people today are those who have built upon on the foundations of someone who has created everything, founded everything. And that is when Naruto decided that he will find a way. If he can't use chakra the traditional way, he will find a new way to use it, even if it is called chakra, that is, the energy within. And so, Naruto began to read a lot of books through the library, through the shinobi archives, and even through the library of the Hokage, which he was allowed to go into based on his research. He started both his journey on research as well as a journal to keep everything documented. But after what seemingly looked like an year and filling three huge book-sized journals, he was able to come to a conclusion. Everything that was there was based on chakra and its theory and how it came to be from the Sage of the Sixth Path. And Naruto was getting more and more confused as to how did the Sage of the Sixth Path used chakra first, discovered chakra first, and created those techniques. And Naruto, while scratching his head, went to sleep. Because his mind was so much focused, it must have triggered something from his mindscape for him to awake within the QB steel room. As Naruto woke up, being floating in the chamber filled with water, only until his half of his body was drowned. While laying down, Naruto got up and looked around. What is this place? And found that there was a huge barred gate in front of him, from behind which two red eyes were just curiously staring at him. So huge that Naruto almost felt chills run down his spine. You don't need to be afraid, kid. Kyubi. But how? You were... I wasn't killed. I am a chakra being, I can't be killed. And because of that, I was sealed. You have read the history, child. Have you not understood one thing? That we can't die. We will reform after years, yes, but we can't die. Yes, the story of Shikaku and how he died and was, well, reformed. And how the Three Tails recently, from the Civil War. Yes, you are correct. Now, the reason I brought you here is because the way you're thinking is quite intriguing and interesting. But there are a lot of corrections that I need to make. Like what? Like the Sage of the Sixth Path, or Hagoromo Otsutsuki, his real name, wasn't the first person to use chakra or discover it. It was the clan known as the Otsutsuki clan. They were the one from outside of this world that brought chakra here. And they were the ones who spreaded it through Hagoromo-sama. So the teachings arrived with someone from outside. Yes, her name was Kaguya Otsutsuki. It was named chakra by Hagoromo Otsutsuki. The chakra you all know. And ninjutsu was created afterwards. He created ninshu. Wait, so there are branches? Yes. Ninshu was a technique to use chakra for daily life and to help one another out, while ninjutsu is more battle focused. Someone must have created it. It was Indra Otsutsuki. He was the one who created it. And that is why it is dominant all across the elemental nations, because it is a method to prove your ego to your enemy, your pride to the enemy, and your strength. As after that, Naruto was left stunned. So, what is this energy called? It has not been given a name, but it is something that is within one person. Once the chakra was given to humans, they already possessed an energy within, called the life force, and once combined with it, the chakra pathways were created that allowed them to use chakra from birth. I see. This gives me a lot to think about. So it means there could be another way to use chakra, right? Or this energy that is within. This force. Yes, there could be. Because the Otsuzukis, they don't use the hand seals. They don't even say out the techniques out loud. They just will it, and it happens. And so, Naruto was shocked. And now more even interested and amazed because he might have found his breakthrough. Naruto began to focus, try to use his energy in a new sense, trying to tap into it. He tried again and again and continued and failed for months, meditating, whatnot, sitting in silence, everything. And one day, after a few months, he succeeded. As once Naruto opened his hand, a faint blue hue glow was formed on the palm of his hand, and then it faded. What was that? That was my chakra. Yes, your chakra. But I'm not gonna call it that. As Naruto tried again, and this time the hue was glowing brighter and brighter and brighter. This is mana, the life force from the man. As Naruto said this, he wrote this down, the discovery of mana, the life force method of using the force within instead of traditional ones. And so, Naruto began to experiment with it. He did so much that his apartment turned into someone's library and research board, like he was solving a crime scene, connecting dots with threads and whatnot. And in the end, 8 years passed. As Naruto reached at the age of 13, he was wearing his shinobi gear, which was an orange jacket with blue markings, one of his arms folded while the other one still present there, and half of his face was covered with bandages because of the markings that were still visible there, faint but still visible. As Naruto had grown out his hair as well to cover one side of his face. And he was now using his hand as well, the right one, to create mana energy balls in the form of flame balls, and using them to attack and burn the targets, the wooden stumps, and they were so strong that they were able to destroy them before burning them down by tearing them apart from the stump itself. As Naruto was getting more and more closer to achieving his dream. I am honestly impressed from what you have achieved, kid. Thank you, Kurama, said Kurama, the real being, the real persona of the Kyuubi no Yoko, not the demon that everyone has created, because he was happy that Naruto was able to create something that was different from the very powers that the Otsutsuki has brought, unlike his father. He was the second visionary who has formed a new life way. And unbeknownst to Naruto, this was observed by one of the Anbus who alerted the Hokage. What? Said Fugaku Uchiha, you mean to say Naruto has been seen using chakra? Yes. How could that be? As Hiruzen was contacted. What is it, Hokage-sama? Did you call for me? Hiruzen-sama. Naruto has been using the training ground 7 and he has... Did he get himself hurt? No. He has used chakra. This shinobi saw him use Firebolt's technique, but with the palm of his hand. What? That's impossible. The doctor suggests that his chakra pathways were so badly damaged that he couldn't access his chakra pool. And so, they all made their way towards where Naruto was, and he was preparing to leave, with a huge thick book inside a bag that he slumped over his shoulder. Greetings, Hokage-sama. Gigi, what are you doing here? The Anbu told us that you were using chakra. Oh, I see. I did not knew that I was being seen. Did you use chakra? It's not chakra, technically. It's just a power within that I named myself. What? Mana. What? Mana. It's called mana, Gigi. But we never heard of it. It's something that I created. Someone named chakra, right? After finding out that there was a strength within. Yes, someone did. So I named it mana. Naruto, changing the name of chakra isn't going to help. I also changed the way it is to be used. Look, as Naruto made his hand straight, as he opened his palm as it began to glow blue hue. As Naruto then said, Fire element. Fireballs. As 5 fireballs were shot, one after the other, from 5 fingers of his, and they hit it like bullet as a boom sound was heard, and huge stones that were present there were now turned into rubble that burned down. As Naruto then said, water element. Pouring. As a cloud formed from above and it began to pour heavily until the fire dried out. As the cloud dispersed immediately. How is this possible? You didn't use any hand seals. I don't even see the chakra pathways moving, said Fugaku. I told you this is another way to use the same energy that is within us. The traditional way is through chakra coils and chakra network, through chakra. But I call it mana. The man's energy materialized. Hence mana. So you can become a shinobi. No. I can become a mage. The person who uses mana. The terms that you're saying, Naruto, are quite different. Something that we haven't heard of before. But I'm telling you, someone made the name shinobi up for those who could use chakra in their own way. Same way I'm using to create my own name in my own method. I want you to be very careful with this, Naruto. You might have found a way, but we do not know what energy or what method you have tapped into. I will be quite observant by you, I guess, but I'll be careful. Yes, please be. And so, now in the eyes of Konoha, Naruto began to do much more. He used his mana to levitate and fly across the village, and as he was flying, everyone stopped and watched. Even Fugaku did, alongside with Hiruzen. As Naruto landed on the Hokage monument, Fugaku and his entourage alongside with Hiruzen arrived. With Sunshin, Naruto? What was that? I used my mana to fly, Gigi. Can you believe that? What? As Naruto's body began to glow blue hue as well, as he levitated up from the ground, and then moved backwards. Naruto, be careful! As there was a huge steep downhill, as Naruto did a backflip while standing up there levitating. See? I can do this! I'm not scared. As everyone there was impressed. And Naruto? He felt more and more motivated, so he began to write down the book, as the book was titled The First Mage Journey to Finding Mana and How to Use It. He wrote down the extensive parts of how to use mana instead of traditional chakra and how it was different from chakra as well, and how to use it. And then he began to write down the techniques that he was able to use because of the elements that were present. And now the addition was in this huge thick journal that he was writing down in the form of a book of how he could fly with mana. And soon after, Naruto began to experiment. Seeing that there were some puppeteers from the books that he has learned, Naruto wanted something akin to that. So using his mana transferred into a rock next to him, Naruto was able to create a puppet that was alive. A golem. Naruto named it, and it was like a servant to Naruto. Naruto climbed up on his shoulder as the golem walked through streets of Konoha as everyone stopped and gasped. How is he doing that? It's a miracle. That rock monster, it's alive. As Naruto smiled and arrived in front of his Gigi. Hey Gigi, what do you think? Hiruzen's eyes widened, and he formed a smile on his face. You did it again, huh? Yes, of course I did. Using mana, it's amazing. It really is. And people were now getting interesting into this mana business, especially the elders who have left. Danzo Shimura, deep into his den, was observing this all as well. What do you think, Danzo? That boy. I was quite pissed when he got so much badly wounded and was planning to replace him. But I would have made a terrible mistake because what he has discovered is genius. This mana, or what he calls it, and the way he uses it, it's like a person can become a god. And I wish to achieve that power. If he isn't willing to share, then I will steal his notes, everything that he has written down. I want that book that he carries. That night, Root Anbus tried to invade Naruto's room. Naruto had placed seals so tightly whenever they tried to touch, lightning would strike. They couldn't set a foot. The book was there, covered in chants and enchantments, so much so that nobody could touch it aside from Naruto, and let alone open it. The Anbus, after trying and failing again and again for a few hours, finally got tired and left. As Naruto smirked, well, I guess that my enchantments work, so I can write them down. And so, Naruto was moving forward in life, while Danzo was gritting his teeth because he couldn't get it. Damn it all. Damn it to hell. That boy, he's gonna pay for this insult. I'm gonna make him pay. But how? The security is tightened, remember? We can't get close. If we try to move our route onwards after tonight's incident, things could escalate and we might be found out. She's right, said Homura. We can't take risks, Danzo. Then there won't be any risk for us if we are not involved directly. What are you talking about? I heard that Orochimaru is making some moves in Suna. I'm gonna contact him. What? Yes. A small price to pay for a bigger goal to achieve. Think about an army of mana users. Everyone in the elemental nation will bow down to us. To me. Unbeknownst to them, Naruto was recording this all in the orb that he has just taken from his Gigi, which he used to look throughout Konoha and spy on people. But Naruto was using it as a recording device to record the evidence, and smirked. These bastards, they're gonna pay. And so, Danzo approached Orochimaru, and Naruto was even there, hiding in an invisibility cloak, even masking his scent, standing right next to them with the orb as he recorded everything. Why have you called for me? Simple. I want you to attack Konoha. Without even you saying, Danzo, I was aiming to do that. But I am quite interested in what your goal is. That boy Naruto Uzumaki. The one who uses chakra differently. And calls it mana or whatnot. I want his journal. Ah, I see. Another genius Konoha is blessed with. I'll see what I can do. I can buy you time. The rest you yourself have to deal with. That will be more than enough. Good. Then we have a deal. Give me the passageway, and I'll do what I can for you. And so the deal was struck between them. And on the night of the Chunin exams, Orochimaru infiltrated. And that is when everything went down to drain. Before even the Konoha Crush attack could happen, Orochimaru and his people were surrounded and arrested right on the spot alongside with Danzo and his goons by the Anbus of Konoha, as well as by Fugaku Uchiha. As Hiruzen stood beside them with Naruto, who materialized as if he wasn't there before. How? How did you do that? A mana technique that I learned. Invisibility so much that even the Kikigengais can see it, or any dojutsus. And how did you know that everything? Oh, well, simple, as Naruto showed him the orb, revealing everything that he was able to record. Impressive, I must say. I usually hate admitting defeat, but from the hands of a genius like you who created something different from chakra itself, I am deeply honored. But remember this, Naruto. I will bounce back from this, and once I do, I'm coming after you and your mana, Yuris. We'll see about that, Orochimaru. We'll see about that. And then, being taken along after him was Danzo and his goons. And they too were caught, because Naruto has shown everyone the proof. As after that, Naruto was being called a savior and a hero. As Fugaku then said, Naruto, you have done us all a great service, son. And for that, you can ask us about if you want anything. I want to know. I know who already my parents are, but I don't want their heritage. I want to know who they are from your mouth in front of all of them. Because I want them to know. I'm not a kid anymore, Gigi, said Naruto as Hiruzen was about to speak. I can protect myself now. I have the strength that I built myself. As Hiruzen smiled, I know. I trust you. As Fugaku nodded, Naruto Uzumaki. Your real name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, son of Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, his wife, the legitimate legacy and only son of our fourth Hokage, born on the same night of the uneventful events of the Kyuubi attack, tasked by his own father to handle the Kyuubi no Yoko, trying his best to protect us all. That was your duty. As per what you have done for us is a great deal, preventing attack on Konoha, and because of that you are not only given your heritage back but also the award of 3 million ryus for your services. I don't need the money, but we are willing to offer you that, and have decided to give it to you anyways, because you will need that. We will also like to give you a rank amongst the council, and I don't need that. I'll take the money instead. As Fugaku smiled, I know you would. Because you don't want to become a shinobi anymore, let alone Hokage. Yeah. I don't know about Hokage, but I don't want to become a shinobi. I don't want to associate with the name shinobi. I am a mage, and I will be forever one. The first mage of Konoha, said Hiruzen. As Naruto then said, that is a nice name. Naruto, the first mage of Konoha. As the people began to cheer, as Naruto just stood there with a smirk on his face, looking towards his Gigi. After all, he still didn't trust people, because they were the ones who harmed him this bad. But Naruto also couldn't hate them, because this event pushed him to become the man he was today. As this was going on, we go towards the rest of the elemental nation's reactions, because the rumors spread, and through rumors, everything changed. Everyone was afraid, down to the last one. What was this new power called mana, and how can someone just record anything and walk anywhere without being detected? This was too much fear, because Orochimaru was checkmated without even drawing a single kunai or a drop of blood. And if anyone was more shaken, it was the Akatsuki. More than so than the elemental nations, as they even called for a meeting. How are we gonna deal with him? We thought that he would be an easy target since he was turned almost into a vegetable, but he turned out to be a bigger threat now. Simple. Fear is everywhere. We use that fear. That Toby, who was revealed to be the real leader of Akatsuki, as Madara. And we use that fear and turn it into an anger that will cause them to lash out on Konoha, mainly on Naruto. And then, after both of them are weakened, we will take this as a chance to attack each and every last one of the elemental nations. And so, they all arrived and went to different villages, trying to rile them up, and so they were able to successfully do that. And once all the four nations combined, they declared war on Konoha and marched with all their armies and assets in front. And Naruto, he created a barrier just with a tap of his foot around Konoha as a blue dome appeared, and Naruto walked in front of the enemies. And then, he, enhancing his voice with mana, then said, "People of elemental nations from different villages, retreat back now. I do not want any war." "Oh yeah? What's stopping you, huh? We know what Konoha's game is. You will try your best to overthrow us and mentally torment us, but we are not falling for it. We will not back down. You hear us, boy? We are here for your head alongside with Konoha's, and we won't leave without it." "Is that so? Well, I warned you." As Naruto placed his hand down and the earth began to shake, as Naruto released huge mana gritting his teeth, as 10 golems made out of earth and stone erupted. Huge ones, towering even above Konoha as a huge village itself. as they let out a mighty roar. And Naruto, he climbed on top of one. If you don't leave, then my own army will fight you. And know this, they are immortals and they won't get tired, unlike you. And so, the war began. Naruto let his golems crush the enemies while Naruto himself targeted the Kages. He was able to cancel out Oniki's particle release by reversing it, and Onigi, he was injured badly. As for A, his lightning element was absorbed alongside his speed as Naruto released lightning element technique to release a lightning dragon, a real dragon that swirled down and struck A right on top of his body, causing blisters and lightning strike marks to appear all over his body, and for him to be crisp burnt alive. Still alive, but badly injured. One after the other, the Kages were dealt with, as Mei Tsurumi before became the next target and said, "Please, mercy. I will show you mercy if you are willing to show me some. And leave. We will. Mizugakure, we're leaving." As the Mizukage said, Kirigakure retreated. And once they left, the three villages remained. Naruto, then using his mana, split the earth into three Chibaku Tensei domes, as the earth was levitating on which the people were standing, and domes surrounding them so they couldn't escape, as Naruto then said to them through mana-enhanced speech, "If you don't leave, then I will kick you out of this world. Trust me, you may think I'm joking, but you are seeing my strength in action, and I am willing to do that. Because I don't want war. I want to live in peace, and as long as you live in peace, so will I." "We accept our defeat," said Oniki, as did A, and then finally he did. Yagura. And one by one, all of them retreated back. Once they all left, the elemental nation was now cowering in fear because the strength of a mage was much more than anyone. And Naruto's name was in a specialized book that was only one paged, the Mage of Konoha, Naruto Uzumaki, founder of mana and magic itself. And people dubbed the techniques that he used as magic, and the power that he used as mana, which was named by him, and everyone was afraid of him. The column still stood as the 10 pillars of Konoha surrounding it, and then turning into stones, while Naruto returned as the hero and savior of Konoha. The boy without one arm, carved on one side of his face with the initials of the QB child, was the one who saved them. The child who was tormented by them was the one who saved them, and that itself was a slap across the face for Konoha, as Naruto was thanked by all of them as they bowed their heads, as Naruto stood there watching. What are they doing? They're saying their thanks, I guess. I don't need it. I protected this place because this is where I live. I don't care about them, like how they don't care about me. As Hiruzen realized that Naruto might have become detached from them, but he knew with due time everything will come full circle and Naruto will open up back again like how he did. But on the other side, Naruto had made it evident that he wasn't going to open up. Jiraiya had made an entry again in his life, and this time Naruto was happy that he did, because he was sure Jiraiya and his toad tendencies were the ones who sent him gifts and money as presents. And when Naruto asked, Jiraiya confirmed, even though a bit shy and embarrassed. And Naruto was happy that he had someone who acted like his father figure to him. And as for the Uchihas, there he found his mother figure, Mikoto, the lady of Konoha, the wife of the Hokage, who cried, shedding tears because her husband had lifted up the ban of the previous Hokage and allowed them to meet. As Naruto was happy that he was able to find his own people, and so was Konoha, while the rest of the elemental nation was cowering in fear. If anything, Akatsuki was downright pissed of what has happened. This wasn't their intentions. They wanted both of the sides to be weakened, not Naruto to dominate, and now they too were terrified of Naruto because the power that he was able to display was too much. Not even the Renegons, 10 of them, could equal that. And so they try to begin with other Bijus, knowing that if they have all the other Bijus, they might use them to attack Naruto. But it backfired because the other villages were on high alert, and as soon as the teams were sent as two partners each, they were outnumbered, outclassed, and captured and tortured before being executed. And in this way, Akatsuki lost everything. Not a single member was alive, not even Zetsu or Tobi, or even the immortals who were captured. Their body parts were cut down and kept apart in glass chambers so that they, even though couldn't be killed, would be forever preserved so that they won't try to escape. And as for Naruto, he wasn't even aware of that and was living his life. And the Elemental Nation, it was on edge because the power vacuum that was created now, after the dominance of mana instead of chakra, let many people decide that whether they want to become shinobi or a mage like Naruto. But the problem was Naruto hasn't shared this knowledge with anyone, and he vowed that he will, but only to his family, because this power, if it falls into the wrong hands, it will destroy this world. As this is where I will be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other two channels as well. And do let me know what you guys think about this short movie and new logo, and yeah, the new way to present the stories as well, because I'm trying to one up my previous edits as well as everything. So yeah, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.